Got it right. I'm gonna tell you why I like that song because my grandma is a pastor. She's retired, but yeah, I used to That's the first song, and y'all know I sing like a frog, but that was my. You know how little kids have to do they what do you call it? They little song or whatever. That was the song I sang. Oh well, hello. Somebody just sent us something. Thank you. We got some folks we gotta buy some books for, so that worked right on out. Yes, honey, I sing like a frog. It's okay. The Lord gave me that. Right? But look at this. So that's why I like that song because I had to do that at my grandmother's. It was one of her pastor's appreciation. And I had to sing that in front of a whole church and remember it. Lord Jesus. God was prepping me for this. That's all. He was prepping me. So, good morning, Auntie. Good morning, everybody. So, I want y'all to get y'all book two out. If you're paying, I'm going to wait till everybody get in here, but you're going to need book two. Book two, not book one. Book two. The Bible says make a joyful noise. Don't gotta have a good sound. What you just said, cause he showed make me sound like a frog. Good morning, Ro. Did everybody sleep okay? Everybody sleep good? Yes. No, maybe so. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You're gonna need book two. You're gonna need book two. So can I ask you a question? Y'all know I do this every week. I'm starting to do it more every day. What y'all learning this week? What y'all learned last week? Tell me. Can't believe they got me shadow banned on YouTube too. That's so ridiculous. What am I doing to the world that they have to have me hidden? Oh shucks, be right back. Gotta run downstairs and grab a book. I love it. I honestly do love it. I love that y'all love to study. It's amazing to me. Never thought you'd be studying the Bible this much. I said, Lord, look at them toss and turn. Oh, Auntie, do you have Auntie? What you been thinking about? You got a journal, Auntie? If when you can't sleep, get up and read. So, Auntie, two things: get up and read, or try to write. And then, did you get some of this? This right here helped that. Did you get some of this? The Be Fancy Beauty lavender body whip. If you having problems sleeping, go to befancybeauty.com and get you some of this body whip. About to order a set of books for the car. Auntie, you are so. She said I need me a set of books for the car. Yeah. Or you can download it, Auntie. You can download the PDF. If you carry your tablet or something with you and you got Wi-Fi, you could download the PDF and have that. That way you don't have to carry the heavy books. What book? What book? This book? I downloaded it to my work computer. Jesus. Don't get I didn't find a new position. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, don't dread it. Get whatever information you're supposed to get while you're there, and then start thanking God for your new position. You know how we do around here. Come on. Thank you, Dad. Is it on our thank you list? Be specific on what you want. Every detail. Hours, compensation, everything. Okay? Touching in the ground with you, Auntie. Just ask. Just bought a tablet. About to download it now. Okay. Good morning. So you're gonna need your book too. Good morning. I got my book, Easy Read Bible, reading glasses, highlighter, coffee. I'm ready. I love it, Erica. She said, look, I got my whole, we call that a Jesus bag. Go on and get you a Jesus bag, okay? It's a backpack that you really like or a cute bag. And you just keep all your stuff in it. Just write it down. Put it in stone and time and date it, Auntie. I'm touching and agreeing with you today. I just need you to write it down. But be specific in every single thing that you want. Like everything. Days off. Like if you're sick to be, if the list might be long because I want you to be very detailed in whatever it is that you're going to say. Now, the position might not be at the same place you at. I just want you to know that. So get ready for that too. Because maybe what you're looking for ain't where you at. Could be something else that's about to open up. Yes. Hey, y'all. Okay. So that be the curveball. You be like, I said I wanted different. I didn't know it was going to be this different. Shoot. Well, Dad, could you have told me? I told you, get ready. That's how you be doing, Auntie. So, you know, he'll throw you a curveball real quick. Well, that might just be me. When he moved me, I got to go all the way across the country. Very rarely do I get to move in the same state. So, we got to see. Where do you get the books? You can get them on Amazon. Oh, okay. Well, then you already ready for it then. You can go to Amazon. Go on my link real quick. Go to Amazon, grab them. They've been on sale for almost 2 years, honey. That's crazy. By James Charlesworth. Just type in James or CERCA TROVA, I guess, on Amazon, and it comes up too. That's crazy. And now we to know that we got a page on our place that the DOJ seemed to want to shut down when we found out about it. That's even crazier. Come on. I'm frozen. The people's is here. He been throwing you some curveballs. Change. Gotta keep it spicy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about it. All right, so we gonna be. Well, we at 7 minutes. I'm gonna wait till 10 minutes, y'all. Cause then folks is it's about to be 8, 9 o'clock. Folks getting settled in at their desk and barely getting into work. Butter yum yum, they do it. Yeah. We was getting books from a certain place and they went in. So we don't say their name, but we know what we talking about just because we need the access. Ugh, laugh out loud. Me about to clock in. I know. I used to work in corporate America, y'all. I remember the hustle and bust. Ash. Mm-mm. 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 Thank you. You know we talks about people without talking about people. We don't name drop. We just go and say what we gonna say and let other folks figure it out. Mm-hmm. God has been blessing me. Took away my pain last night. Come on. You know you can speak healing over your own body, right? Get your oil, pray over. Okay, so who want to know a secret that I learned? Y'all want to know a secret that I learned? Who's ready? I'm on the clock right now. Bonita, apple. Stop. Ready? I'll go get the little kids and have them pray for me. When my babies was little, my auntie that passed on, she had some problems with her knees, right? And every time she would get up, she would grunt. And I said, I need you to do something for me. Instead of pushing out I need you to say Jesus every time you get up. And when you feel pain, I need you to call your 2-year-old granddaughter to you and have her lay her hands on your knee. And then you tell her what to say. Do you know that my auntie went from that to walking around tracks to running? And she had not been able to do that in years. Do you understand me? Her 2-year-old granddaughter, I said, tell her, come here. She called her in there. I said, put me on speakerphone. I said, you say what I say, baby. She said, okay. I said, put your hand on grandma's knee. Okay. Do y'all know my auntie went from grunting every single time that she got up to walking whole college tracks to running? Do you understand? Lost almost 200 and something pounds. You hear me? I go get them babies, honey, because they good to the Lord. Come here. Here, put your hand on my head. You pray for me. Think I don't. I'd rather a baby pray for me than adults because they be funny acting. Babies is pure heart most times. Come on. You the closest thing to God. Come here, baby. Pray for your TT. Put your hand right here and pray for your TT. Pray for my TT. You said, yes, come here. I'd rather that than a shiesty snake of a minister. The innocence. Come on now. So, next time you got a headache, have your baby pray for you. You'll be amazed because they believe. Think about it. Babies, they in that imagination phase. Anything that they see is real. Their faith is so strong before we kill their joy and tell them it's just imaginary. Because they believe everything. They have faith. They can see it even. Oh, I'm going to have. And then it show up. Come here. Pray for your grandma. Pray for your great auntie. Come here. What you mean? Y'all be trying to go up to the anointed, and the anointed is running through your house. My nephew had 3 heart surgeries by the age of 5, and he said he saw God, and I believe he did. Out of the mouth of babes. Come on now. It's not a game, y'all. See, people be, you lagging really bad. Go out and come back in, classy lady. You know they messing with my stuff. You know it. They messing with my stuff. No. No, I'm not gonna hold them books up again. No. Absolutely not. I don't know why you keep doing that, because that's crazy. No. I'm not gonna keep on. Listen. We record on YouTube. If you want to see them, you're gonna have to go over there. They probably in every single TikTok. So you can go there. Them books is heavy. I'm not about to keep holding them up. Sorry. No. I held it up and you should have screenshotted it. I don't do that. I'm not selling no hair or nothing. Not knocking nobody, but I'm not running back and forth. I'm not picking books up. That book weighs about 3 pounds. No. It's like a weight. Mm-mm. No. All right, so we didn't hit 13 minutes. Y'all, if y'all trip, y'all, I'm gonna go. Y'all want me to go out and come back in? Is it lagging real bad still? Okay. So I need y'all to get y'all. Okay. Book 2, page 407. Okay. Thank you. Book 2, page 407, y'all. It's too early in the morning for you to be weird. If you're trying to irritate somebody, go somewhere else. Because I will block you. I have no problem. I don't care about followers and all of that. I'm not a people pleaser. So you can go look online. But I'm trying not to block you right now because I don't do annoying and I don't do repetitive. Got the wrong person. Daddy, I know you love everybody, but everybody? Goodness gracious. OTP book to page 407. Yes. Ooh, let's see here. You said yes, everybody. Oh no. Come on, Shanae. Listen, I just don't understand what people get out of trying to get under people's skin. They better read what we read yesterday. My page. Oh, you know what? I'm about to bust y'all head. Y'all ready? Let's go on and pop this. Somebody picked this page yesterday, and I think it's important. So we're going to start it off with this. Give me a second. Because I think this is important. You is smart. Oh, y'all ready for the deal of the day? Y'all probably already know. Dollar Tree got sketchbooks for $3. And they good for journaling. $3. $3. The books I've been telling y'all about to journal in, they don't got no pages in it. I mean, no lines. But they real good, and you don't got to worry about your journal tearing up because you didn't. Dollar Tree, $3. They got all different ones. So if you want to get you a couple of these, spend about $15, get you 5. A 4, something like that with text, I'm guessing. Okay. And they're very similar to these because I journal in sketchbooks because they don't tear up. I can put them on the shelf like a regular book, which I do. And I have several different kinds. So if you're okay with writing without lines, and for the people that say, oh, I don't write straight, the more you do it, the straighter your writing will get. The more you write without lines, your mind is so trained to write on the lines that your writing will straighten out. It's crazy. It happens to me. So, because your mind is used to you writing in between the lines. So eventually your writing will just conform. I'm telling you, I can show you when I first started journaling without it and when I got detailed, and it was a complete difference. I'm telling you. Look. It did not used to be like this. It did not used to be like this, but over time of me journaling and journaling and journaling and journaling, I don't gotta use no lines. It just come out like that. Okay, so the more you do it, the more it will straighten up. I promise you, it will. You see, I write a lot, a lot. And it didn't used to be like that because you can see when I wrote on this paper, it was all spaced out and big. And then something happened and it just started changing, I'm telling you. So the more you do it, the more it'll straighten out. You can buy a template stencil for full page lines too on Amazon. Thank you, Just Dusty. That's pretty mom would be a hot mess. Keep practicing. Why are you speaking that? You don't talk like that over here. It would be great and it's going to be lined up. It's not going to be a mess. But even if you do, I have journal entries in here. Well, I don't. The reason I like this is because if I want to write sideways, I do. And I do. See if I can find a page. Oh. Look. I was writing sideways here. I don't want y'all to see because it's a journal entry, but I be writing sideways. Look. You see it? I wrote this way and then I write the other way, and we write in invisible ink and everything. Invisible ink. For the stuff, your secret prayers, writing in invisible ink that you can get on Amazon for the low. For my newbies, these are pretty cool pens that you can get on Amazon. Our favorite store, as my cousin says. And you can get this. And you can get one of these. Some of the pen sets come with them. Okay, that's actually invisible ink that is dried in there. I need to clean it, but whatever. You go get some invisible ink. And then you get you some of these glass pens. Now they have beautiful, I'm not going to pull them all out because then I have to undo everything. But I'll show y'all some pretty, and these things make you want to journal when you have pretty cool things to write with, right? So you can buy these for like 15, well, they probably didn't went up. I don't know. Is there a battery in here? Yeah. So you see how that look? It's clear, but you see how I glow blue? That's because this was clear ink. I need to just fill this up. I'm gonna fill it up. Let's fill it up now, because it's sitting here empty for no reason. I need to put. Oh, I know why. Because that little thing is out of it. There it is. Hello. My little rubber stopper. That's why I wasted out. So take this. Boom. Put my little rubber seal back. There we go. Okay. Now, let's do this. Do you see it? So you can't see it unless it's under UV light, but if you have things you want to write down and you don't want everybody in your business, go get some invisible ink. These also glow in the dark, really cool. You can get this on Amazon, and it comes with one of the glass pens. All the sets come with a different one, so it'll be something like this in here. And each one of them have a different tip. They have some where you can buy like 8. I have several different kinds, but these are really cool to write with. You can get them on Amazon, you know. And all of these glow in the dark, and then I have other colors that are not glow in the dark. And look, it's a pen in there from when I be writing, because sometimes I don't want to come in here and get one. So there go another one in there. And then these are beautiful colors. Like, can y'all see that blue? Y'all see it up there at the top? That's how it look when it dry. Y'all see that? And it's all different ones. Reds and yellows and oranges. They are gorgeous. And they have like gold flakes in them. Can y'all see the green? Dollar Tree has some. And it'd be so pretty when it dry. This is like a pink gold. I don't know if y'all can see the flakes in there, but all of them have those gold flakes. There we go. You see it? The gold flakes in that red. So it'd be real pretty. And they got dark colors, brothers, too, if you don't want to write in all those colors. But just an interesting way. So if you want to journal, you want everybody in your business, get you some invisible ink. And the only way they gonna see it is if it's a black light on or they outside in the sun. And if they doing all that, they ain't supposed to have it 9 times out of 10. So there's that. All right, back to class. I love these though. They are so cool and so pretty. Yeah. Right? Something different. Something different. All right, let's get to this. Y'all ready? Hold your neck. Grab your neck and your stomach. Just hold it. Clutch your pearls. Ooh, clutch your pearls. Are y'all ready? Because y'all might not love me after this. You say you ready. Let's see. All right. Let me drink some water first. Yeah, you said, uh-oh. Somebody picked this page yesterday, and I think it's very powerful. We about to see. Hold your neck, I said. Here we go. Ooh, don't gloat over your relative's misfortune or be happy when the people of Judah are destroyed. Don't brag so much when they're in distress. Y'all ready? You got your neck? Do you have your neck? You got it? Because I'm about to bust your head all the way back. Is you ready? Tight grip. Good job. Somebody else's failure can never be your success. I'm going to read that one more time. Somebody else's failure can never be your success. When you see someone who has failed and you say to yourself, see, I am smarter than he is or she is, and he or she deserved it, all you are doing is bringing judgment on yourself, not on them. I'm going to read that again. Someone else's failure can never be your success. When you see someone has failed and you say to yourself, see, I am smarter than he or she is, or he or she deserved it, all you are doing is bringing judgment on yourself, not on them. In Romans 2:1, Paul explains it this way. No matter who you are, if you judge anyone, you have no excuse. When you judge another person, you condemn yourself, since you, the judge, do the same things. Their sin, whatever it might be, is theirs to deal with. But as soon as you make it an excuse for your sin, you bring the problem home with you. And in most cases, focusing on their sin can lead to your pride. You have to learn to let God deal with others the way God will deal with them without being happy when they suffer. The most important thing for you is your relationship with God, not with people. Whatever you might think about another person can never lead you to break God's commandments. When all you want to do is obey him, suddenly you are free from the strain of worrying about human failure and attack, because you only want what God wants. All of a sudden, you're getting happy when other people do well and sad when they fail. And that's a sure sign you're becoming a disciple who attracts people to God's side instead of just being another obnoxious person who pushes them away. Got your neck? I'm calling customer service. I knew it. Oh, yes, you can screenshot it. I was getting ready to say that, and then you said it. Yes, ma'am. It's 165. It's this one. Uh-oh. This going up on the Facebook. Let me hide my face. There you go. You got it? Y'all want it? Hold on. Go on and screenshot that. Put it up. Make that your screensaver. Mm-mm. I'm choking, auntie. Y'all still look. You got your neck? I told you. My neck hanging loose right now. Broke my neck in the first 5 minutes. They have this in the girl version too. It's one of the devotionals I told you need to get in the morning, and you read one of these every day. Yeah, you won't have nothing to say about nobody else. Go on and grab it. They got devotions for the guy, girl. It's the exact same book. They just change it to girl. That's it. But yeah. Thank you, Mr. Mayweather. Matthew. Neck brace, please. Mm-mm. And it said it bring it home with you. Boom. So the thing you was just laughing at them or gloating over, it's coming to your house. Quickly, too. You're welcome. Now y'all see why I be like, I don't care. I don't care what you do. It don't have nothing to do with me. I'm just worried about what I'm doing so I can make sure I get in. Because you are going to be responsible for your dirty deeds, not me. I'm trying to keep him out of my stuff. I'm trying to make sure I'm lining it up, babe. Yeah, I ain't got no time to be judging you. That's why when people come here and talk, leave me alone. You should have your head covered. Why did you got your stomach out? Blah, blah, blah. Y'all got a whole bunch to say. What is you doing? Did you ask God about how he feel about what you do today? Because that's the only person I'd be worried about. I don't be worried about what nobody else think at all. Because while you judging me, you need to be hoping you line up. That's why I don't be having no time to be in nobody's business, looking at nobody's stuff, because I'm trying to get my own together. Y'all seen what it's going to be like over there. We done ready. You want to deal with that? You ain't got no time to be worried about nobody else if they saved or not. You need to be making sure you're on your golden road. Shoot, trying to be in somebody else. Baby, I don't know if they saved or not. Now, I do be calling out to church people, but that's what he made me do. So that you can understand. And that just be in the word. I just be showing y'all what the words say. That ain't my opinion. This is what be happening. It's the difference. So just be careful. You might be going to the synagogue of Satan and you don't even know it. So with that. Sweep around your own front door. Come on now. Listen. Can I tell you something? The scriptures have made me bolder in my faith. Come on now. Come on. Especially getting the deeper understanding. You cannot tell me every day that we learn here, it don't make you want to know more about God. Every single day that we learn here, it make you want to know more about him. It make you want to understand more. It make you want to just plop open a page in the Bible and then go see if you can find it in your OTP, your Dead Sea Scrolls, your Josephus, whatever it is that you done picked up, your giant books, your spirit books, like even something as simple as a KFC ad. You actually understand where that comes from. And who made that happen. And who they probably made a deal with. Not just the movie companies, but the movie companies we know are ran by fallen angels and the children. Make me want to know why. What's the end game? Come on. Where before you wasn't worried about it. You didn't care. Well, it's the Bible. The Bible's boring. Who still thinks the Bible is boring? Who? Who still thinks the Bible is boring? Anybody? Not realizing the phrase. That's what they get. Oh. Pretty soon I got a stack of books on my coffee table. Hubby comes home thinking I'm nuts. Oh, Lord. I know how it go. Don't nobody want to sit up and read the Bible all day, right? That used to be your statement, and now you be like, man, wait, I'm trying to read. Irritated somebody come and mess you up and your story getting good. You done got all in the book, got your stuff out. Funny. Find yourself wanting more alone time with your books. The Bible is for our really good. They was messy. I told y'all it's better than Love and Hip Hop. All your reality shows, the Bible is better than that. Listening to it in my sleep. Come on, Miss Lucille. What you say? I don't want to miss nothing. I told y'all the Bible is juicy, and it amazes me that people are just boring. Which Bible are you reading? Because, baby, it is all the drama, all the family, all the conniving and thievery and whatever it is y'all be watching in these movies. It's in there. Come on now. On Second Kings now. See, never thought you would be studying the Bible this much. It is, redneck. The Bible is a living source, and it changed your life. Cause stuff that they was going through back then, it hit you on your toe right now. You be like, "Oh, I did that. Oh, that's why that happened to me." And we be like, "God, what does this happen to me?" And then he tell you, you be like, "Oh, cause I did that. Oh, cause I did that. I did that. I did that. This is happening to me because I did that." Come on. Tamisha, you can get online if you type in the ERV on Bible Gateway. They sell the ERV version that we read out of for $6.99 or $8.99. The easy read version that we read. Do you read that? It's the ERV version. You can get it online for six. I shouldn't be, y'all, because I haven't touched the camera. It's probably just the internet because I haven't touched that camera. It's been like that since yesterday. This iPad don't even come down. It could be my internet. I don't know. Y'all know they messed up with my stuff. Y'all already know they messed up with my stuff. Yeah, because I haven't touched this iPad. I mean, I just did the thing, but I didn't touch. I mean, I'll clean it, but I don't think it's gonna do anything. They got me shadow banned on YouTube and on TikTok, so I don't know. And then probably on Instagram too. Yeah, we just ain't been over there. All right. So we ready to read the ladder of Jacob? How many people have heard about Jacob's ladder? I have two Ethiopian Bibles right here. I know. But why are you not paying attention to what I'm saying instead of just spouting out stuff? That's what I want to know. These are two different Ethiopian Bibles in two different Ethiopian languages. I understand how many books they have. I have to. I don't understand. We're not talking about how many books are in the Bible right now. But I know. I got two right here. Two different languages, too. We also got a Korean Bible, a Russian Bible, an Arabic Bible. And that's not being cocky. I mean, I understand. Online, girl, they got your Google will teach you. Google has apps. Bible Gateway. How is your husband doing, Aisha? You're welcome. Yes, Miss SB. I don't know what's going on. I already cleaned the screen. Heard of it all my life in church. Nobody read it. Well, we getting ready to read it today. Everybody heard about Jacob's ladder before? You're welcome. Okay. We're going to read it. Y'all ready? Page 407. Okay, here we go. We ready. All right. So it says, Jacob then went to Laban, his uncle. He found a place, and laying his head on a stone, he slept there, for the sun had gone down. He had a dream, and behold, a ladder was fixed on the earth, whose top reached to heaven. And the top of the ladder was the face as of a man carved out of fire. So there's a ladder that goes from earth to heaven, and at the top of it is a face, and the face is carved out with fire. So what's the movie with Nicolas Cage where he had like the skull face and it was on fire? What was that movie called? Y'all remember? Ghost Rider. So if you could think of it, but with flesh, but Ghost Rider. Okay, so kind of like our Ghost Rider face. At the top of this ladder, there's a face carved out, like we'll say my face, but it's on fire. It's a flaming face at the top of this ladder, which is like, okay. All right, here we go. So we get in the picture. All right. So it says there are 12 steps leading to the top of the ladder. And on each step, the top to the top, there were two human faces on the right and on the left. 24 faces or busts, including their chest. So on each step, on the side or here, we don't know if it's here or here. It said on the right and on the left. There's two faces going up each step. Mind you, there's a big face at the top that's on fire. Are y'all getting this? So there's 12 massive steps, and on each side, there's two faces, one on the left, one on the right, 24 in all, up to the big face. Now, mind you, the base of this ladder is on earth, and the top of it is in heaven. Okay? Okay. And the face in the middle was higher than all that I saw. The one, hold on, I'm sorry. The one of fire, including the shoulders and the arms, exceedingly terrifying, more than those 24 faces. And while I was still looking at it, behold, angels of God ascended and descended on it. And God was standing above its highest face. And he called to me from there, saying, Jacob, Jacob. And I said, Here I am, Lord. And he said to me, The land on which you are sleeping, to you I will give it, and to your seed after you. And I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven and the sand of the sea. And through your seed, all the earth and those living on it in the last times of the years of completion shall be blessed. My blessing with which I have blessed you shall flow from you unto the last generation. The east and the west, the east and the west, all shall be full of your tribe. Okay, sorry. And when I heard this from on high, awe and trembling fell upon me. And I rose up from my dream and the voice still being in my ears. I said, how fearful is this place? This is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. And I set up the stone, which had been my pillow, as a pillar. This is Jacob. Now listen to what I just said. The stone that he used as a pillow, he stood it up and it was a pillar. Come on, Chaji. Yeah, buddy. Y'all caught on to that real good, didn't you? Now we know how his sons were able to pick up a lion and a bear and throw them like a rock. Because his pillow, a rock that he used, when he stood it up, it was a pillar. It says Israel. Your mama was a Canaanite or whatever, your daddy was an Amorite, or your daddy was an Amorite, and your mama was a Canaanite. Those are two races of giants. He said you were the least of the clans. The clans are what? The clans are giants. While all the other giants want to go against them, because they were the least of the giants, and God made them like the strongest. Hmm. Oh shoot, let's keep going. So you gotta pay attention to the little bitty details in there. Okay, here we go. And I poured olive oil on top of it, and I called the name of that place the house of God. And I stood and began to sing, and I said, Lord God of Adam, your creature, and Lord God of Abraham and Isaac, my fathers, and of all who have walked before you in justice. 408. You who sit firmly on the cherubim and the fiery throne of glory, and the many-eyed ones, just as I saw in my dream, holding the four-faced cherubim, and bearing also the many-eyed seraphim, carrying the whole world under your arm. Did you hear that? Carrying the whole world under your arm. Did anybody watch The Magicians? God, he's talking about God now. Jacob is saying, God, you carry the whole world under your arm. Our whole universe. Did you watch The Magicians, anybody? You remember Umber and Ember? The two goat brothers that were gods? Y'all remember? We froze it. Who remembers that they were working on pocket worlds? And they were literally carrying the worlds around in their pocket. With the hoofed feet. Mm-hmm. They was carrying the worlds around in their pocket. He said, this is a whole world right here. Isn't that crazy? And it was whole cities and everything, worlds and galaxies, all in this little bitty like Rubik's cube looking thing. They be telling you without telling you. You just got to know what you're looking for. Isn't that crazy? How he got the whole world in his hand. We sing this song. Right? Pocket world. Now I have to go watch it. Now there is some parts in there that's not anything you should watch while the kids is up. Magicians is not anything you need to watch where the babies can see or hear. It might be some parts you have to fast forward because there is a lot of sexual stuff going on. Just skip over that. Okay. But pay attention to the signs and symbols. There's DC comic characters who can create pocket universes. Didn't know that. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Yet not being born by anyone, you who have made the skies firm from the glory of your name, stretching out on two heavenly clouds, the heaven which gleams under you, that beneath it you may cause the sun to course and conceal it during the night, so that it might not seem a god. You who made on them a way for the moon and the stars, and you make the moon wax and wane, and destine the stars to pass on, so they too might not seem gods. Before the face of glory, before the face of your glory, the six-winged seraphim are afraid, and they cover their feet and faces with their wings while flying with their other wings, and they sing unceasingly a hymn, whom I now in sanctifying a new song. 12-topped, 12-faced, many-named, fiery one. Did y'all get that? He said 12-faced. He's talking about God, y'all. How many tribes is it? We know that he has many voices. He always talks about the many-eyed stations. There's 12 steps on Jacob's ladder with 24 faces on the side. How many hours is in a day? And how many hours is in a night? 24 hours in all. 12 hours of the day, 12 hours of the night. There's 12 steps, and there's 12 faces on each side, opposites, like the hours of the day. It's supposed to be 12 or 24 gates of heaven. I think it's 12. Twelve is authority. 12 months in a year. Twelve gates to the city. Mm-hmm. Everything has significance. Okay? We on 408. All right. So it says 12 topped, 12 faced, many named, fiery one, lightning eyed, holy one, holy, holy Yahweh, Yahweh, I guess that's like Jehovah, Yah oil, Yah, Kados, is that Kavad, Saravath, Lemlech, and all these other names I can't pronounce. Eternal King, mighty powerful, most great, patient, blessed one. You who fill heaven and earth, the sea and abysses, and all the ages with your glory. If I'm not mistaken, it's 12 ages. Didn't we learn that in either Enoch or Ezra that there's 12? The time is broken down into 12. The ages are broken down into 12, 12 disciples. You said it. And the ages are broken down into 12 as well. Each eon is broken down into 12. You see? Isn't that crazy? 12 jurors. It sure is 12 jurors. I told you our court system is based off his court system. I'm the 12th born with 12 fingers. Wow. So you have 6 fingers on each hand. Pretty cool. We know your bloodline. Pretty cool. I love it. 12 stones for the 12 tribes. Mm-hmm. Y'all like that. And from what I understand, 13 is rebellion. All right, let's go. Hear my song with which I have sung you, and grant me the request I ask of you, and tell me the interpretation of my dream. For you are a God who is mighty, powerful, and glorious, a God who is holy, my Lord, and Lord of my fathers. And while I was still saying this prayer, behold, a voice came before my face, saying, Sariel, leader of the beguiled, you who are in charge of dreams, go and make Jacob understand the meaning of the dream he has and explain to him everything he saw. But first bless him. Hold on. Who watched The Sandman? Hello, Mr. Sleepy Saint. But why do you want to be the sleepy saint? We're supposed to be awake. The Bible said the world, the saints been rocked to sleep. Wake up! Wake up! No, I'm just playing. I'm messing with you. Do y'all see Sandman and what I just read? If you watch Sandman, do you see it in what I just read? God told Sariel, angel of dreams, to go and explain what the dream was. And he was the Sandman. I don't want to give it away. You just gotta watch it. You're gonna have to go watch it. Is it on Netflix? I know y'all be over there like, oh, she get on my Okay, let's go. All right. He says, Sariel, leader of the Beguiled, you who are in charge of dreams, go and make Jacob understand the meaning of the dream he has had, and explain to him everything he saw. But bless him. And Sariel, the archangel, came to me, and I saw him, and his appearance was very beautiful and awesome. And I was not astonished by his appearance, for the vision which I had seen in my dream was more terrible than he. And I did not fear the vision of the angel. And the angel said to me, what is your name? And I said, Jacob. And he announced, you shall no longer be called Jacob, but your name shall be similar to my name, Israel. Y'all got that? Mm-mm. You don't want to read it? Because we didn't hear, oh, Jacob did change his name to Israel. Well, Sariel was the angel that came and told him that. Okay. And when I was going from Fandana of Syria to meet Esau, my brother, he came to me and blessed me and called me Israel. And he would not he would not tell me his name until I adjured him. And then he said to me, as you were kept Zul. We're going to look that up later. Thus he said to me, you have seen a ladder with 12 steps, each step having two human faces, which kept changing their appearance. The ladder is this age, and the 12 steps are the periods of this age. Did we just talk about that? There it is again. Y'all caught that? Let's read it again. Then he said to me, you have seen a ladder with 12 steps, each step having two human faces, which kept changing their appearance. The ladder is this age, and the 12 steps are the periods of this age. But the 24 faces are the kings of the ungodly nations of this age. Jacob was living when the giants and the angels was around. The Nephilim, Agnim. What's crazy, if you go look in Greek mythology and all the other mythologies, there are in Greek mythology there is the 12 Olympians, the 12 great Olympians, and the 12 of the divine family. The 12 Olympians that make up the divine family, the Titans and the 12 great Olympians. Who knew that this number showed up in Greek mythology as well? Well, we knew because we know that this is based on the Assyrian and Babylonian kings, right? We knew that. All Greek mythology is based on the Assyrian and Babylonian kings. We know that. But who knew that this showed up over here too in Greek mythology? I think I might know why this might be blurry, family. That's because these are the story. Okay. There will be no way for these books. It's in my other book. How do you track the descendants of Prometheus if he never lived? If this is myth, how do you have his descendants? How do you have his bloodline if it never existed? But if I know that these are based on the Assyrian and Babylonian kings, then I can easily trace the bloodline. This is the bloodline of Prometheus. The reason that they can trace it is because he was an Assyrian or Babylonian or Persian king. They kind of was all ancient Mesopotamian king. Okay? What are they telling us right here? What do y'all think they telling us right here? You see the people right here? See, when you don't study your Bible and look up the names, you don't see that these be the people they be going against. Well, I'll give you another hint. Are you seeing something that's running neck and neck there? What are you seeing? Tell me what you're seeing there. So I'm gonna bring this back up again and tell me exactly, which would have been ancient Mesopotamia because nobody had left Africa yet. The flood hadn't happened. See how they play you with that? So y'all see the people there and how big the humans are. Y'all see he got a tree in his hand. Now can you see it? Because it's humans right here. These are regular 6-foot size humans right there. There's 3 different size people here. There's regular humans, people that are larger than humans, okay? And then these massive people. And we know from Enoch it said that they were 450 feet tall, the tallest ones. Okay? So I'm going to go back and show this picture to you again. Oh, what is here? This is why I keep my show. Now look at the people again. Screenshot, please. Screenshot. Right now. Come on. Screenshot. See, gods and heroes. Bible said this too. The Bible said in Genesis 6 that when the angels came down and slept with the women, they created the Nephilim, the mighty men of renown, the mighty men of old, the heroes, the warriors on the battlefield, and then the Olympians. Genesis 6 is talking about these folks. The reason that Genesis 6 talks about these folks is because they came to be your Egyptian kings, queens, and rulers. And yes, they were animal beings as well. Those were not masks of the snake face and the hippopotamus face. They really were half human, half animal, the leaders and the warriors. Well, we know that Hercules married Abraham's granddaughter. We know that because it's in the book of Josephus, in the history of the Jews. He did. T of y'all. He married Abraham's granddaughter. And if y'all want to search that, I can show you where it's at real quick too. Give me a second. Just like we found out that the soldier that they stationed outside of Jesus's tomb came from the places where the centaurs were. And they say he was a centurion, but we have a feeling that he was a centurion, like a centaur soldier. Because if you look up his name, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually his book or the story. This is some of the satyrs and whatnot, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that guy was. I might be mistaken. I got no Petronius. Yep, that's it. His name was Petronius, if I'm not mistaken. His name was Petronius. This is dual language as well. Isn't that cool? And this was written in AD 66. Pretty cool. Back you go. So after the death of Christ. Okay. Oh, thank you. You love my book collection? Well, gracias. Me too. Oh, I'm supposed to be getting the Josephus. Well, now look, I done sat down. Gotta be careful because I didn't rip this page because we didn't look at it so many times. But this is Josephus, the history of the Jews, the complete works of the history of the Jews. Okay, it's here. Read it. It's pretty thick. It's about 1,000 so pages. But if you look here in chapter 15, it tells you in this very top corner that Hercules married Abraham's granddaughter. Because Aphor was Abraham's daughter by Keturah, and she married Hercules. I'm sorry, Aphor was his son by Keturah, and his daughter, his granddaughter, Aphora, right there. Right there. So Hercules married Abraham's granddaughter. Abraham was living during the time of the ancient Assyrian and Babylonian Mesopotamian kings. We know this. Who would have thought that Hercules' name and Abraham would be in the same sentence in the history of the Jews? But every time we see Hercules, he's a little light-skinned. He's a little light-skinned. But in the history of the Jews, and it's right there. If you want to screenshot it, go right ahead so you can read it for yourself. Cleodemus the prophet, who was also called Malchus, who wrote the history of the Jews in agreement with the history of Moses, the legislator relates that there were many sons born to Abraham by Keturah. Nay, he names 3 of them, Aphor, Surim, and Japhran. That from Surim was the land of Assyria denominated, and that from the other 2, Aphor and Japhran, the country of Africa, took its name because these men were auxiliaries to Hercules when he fought against Libya and Antaeus, and that Hercules married Aphora's daughter, and of who he begot a son, Diodorus, and that Sophon was his son, from whom the barbarous people called the Sophaeans were denominated. Deodoras are sneakers. Well, from the 90s, 80s, and 90s. They don't teach in Greek mythology. Who? I need more coffee. This is good. Well, thank you. Okay. It makes more sense. That makes me excited. Mm-hmm. They all did. They all did. Isn't this cool? I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Excuse me. That's why you can't just read the KJV. You gotta have the other books. You have to go and get the other books so that all of it makes sense. Because we know these stories. It ain't that we ain't heard them. It's just the back part of it. The middle of the pie is. It's like if you got a pie, it's the beautiful crust in the bottom and everything in the top. But when you pop it open, it ain't nothing in there. You get the pan and the crust, but it's filled with air in the middle. In a sense, when you're just reading the KJV. But when you get the Old Testament Supergrapha, the Dead Sea Scrolls, Josephus, hell, a Bible concordance will show you this stuff too if you looking right. Because it references Josephus in your study Bible. In them notes, where they say where they got it from, Josephus is one of the books that they list in your study Bible. But how many pastors told you to go to Josephus and look? It references the lost books in your study Bible if you looking right. In them little notes in the middle and down at the bottom, when they say, and you will, this book ain't in here. Well, where is it? Go find it. Go find it because it's there. Just like Joshua chapter 10, we're going to say it all the time. It's other books too, but I just use that because it's so simple. Mentions the book of Jasher. But it ain't in your table of contents in your KJV. But you can read it. And they say, if you want to know what happened, so you can find out that an angel gave them all a stroke, you have to go read. But see, the Bible tell you, oh, and Israel won the battle. But if you go read Jasher, it say that an angel came down, slew out a man with a stroke. So they didn't actually technically have to keep fighting, actually. But you won't know that, so you'll be teaching something else. pretty cool, right? What happened? Morgan, do you see what we're reading, honey? Have you been here for a while? We're literally reading the ladder of Jacob. What does that tell you? We're talking about the Bible. We're breaking down Abraham's lineage. So what would you say to that answer, honey? Oh, you're new. Oh, okay, yes, I do. But do you see what we're studying? I do. I mean, this all this is we got Bibles. All of that is Bibles right there. We got a Korean Bible. Now I'm so excited, y'all. Our little thing is growing. We got a Korean Bible. We got an English Russian Bible. We got the Holy Bible. We got Arabic Bibles. We got everything. We got Holy Bibles down here, the Interlinear Bible. We got the Quran. We got the Septuagint. All of those books you have to study the Word. Welcome, Pumpkin. It's so cool. Like this right here. It depends. It's in the first couple of chapters. It's like 6 or 7 or 15 or something. It depends on the book you have. Not all of them are the same. Yeah. Okay. Around there. Okay. So yeah, we do. We believe in the Lord. We got some big old Bibles down here that are only normally in museums. Isn't that cool? I'm gonna show you. This is just one half of it. Oh. Oh, there's a lot of heretics. Well, I'm gonna tell you, we are not your normal church goings. This is school, and so we study everything. But people love it here because the Bible makes more sense. I used to go to church. I don't anymore. And we don't do church. We do a real relationship with God. You'll love it. I mean, if you want to go deeper in God, you can still go to church. There's plenty of people here that do, but they get a deeper understanding here, and it's pretty cool because it's not the same microwave message that everybody's preaching across the nation. And I'm not knocking nobody else, but it's great here. Like, I promise. And I'm not just saying that to say that. Like, you will learn so much about the Bible you've been studying all your life, and it's been right there in front. Yes. So, look, y'all, this is just Ezekiel to Revelation. This thick part. This the small one. I'll try to hold both of them because y'all know they heavy. Oh, this is even bigger than the other one. Genesis to Lamentations. So if I put the two together, y'all hear that? Wow! Being through my back out. Oh, this is how big they are. And they are as heavy as they look, yes. But this is they were gifts. There's only 800 in the world of these. No lie. Ooh, that's heavy too. Ooh, they so heavy, y'all. Somebody bought them for me as a gift in 2014 because they knew I love the Word. It's only 800 in the world. And all the people on the planet, only 800 people got one. This set anyway. Oh, Jesus. Trying to see if I can find my thing of, see if it will show y'all in here. I don't know where my little paper is at. It's in here somewhere. It's in one of them. I don't feel like I stuck it in here. It shows its authenticity. It's like number 200 or 327 out of 800. Something like that. I mean, they have Bibles way bigger than this. There's a guy on TikTok that has amazing collection. I wish I could go visit his place one day. Whew, shoot, them books heavy. They are massive. Now that I got my morning workout, right? That's why I be like, no, I'm not about to lift these books. All these books is heavy. Shoot. Be well out trying to lift these books. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Zion. All right, let's get back to it, shall we? Do I meditate only on the word of God? I never clear my mind because that is a way for demons to come in. If I'm meditating on something, it's thinking about something, not just, I don't ever clear my mind. That's the devil's playground. And as soon as you ain't got nothing in there, something's going to take that space. You ain't never supposed to have an empty mind, ever. Yeah. And I don't look for a higher power to come into me or none of that crazy stuff. Unless it's the Holy Ghost, I don't deal with no light spirits, and don't nothing need to be inhabiting me but the Holy Ghost. If it's anything other than that, you possessed. The difference. See, the demons try to mimic what God does. When the Holy Ghost steps down on the inside of you, there is a spirit in you. Okay? God's spirit. Because everybody has the breath of God. Everybody don't have the spirit of God. God is in everybody. Yeah, his breath. But he wouldn't have to knock on the door of your heart and ask to come in if the spirit was in everybody. It's the difference between the pneuma, the breath of God, and the spirit of God. Folks get that confused. Oh, everybody has the spirit of God. No, they don't, because he wouldn't have to knock on the door and come in if everybody had the spirit. Everybody has the breath of God. That's two different things. The spirit and the breath. Two different things. Everybody don't have the spirit of God. Everybody got the breath of God. That's how you're living. The same breath that he breathed into Adam and Eve, we still living on today. That's the breath of God. The spirit of God is a completely different thing. No. The spirit and the breath, two different things. We're still living on the same breath that he breathed into Adam and Eve. We still living. Yeah, you got to have both to get in the, I mean, if you lose, okay, when you die, what happens? You take one last breath. God calls his breath back to him. Okay? But he's also calling your spirit back to him. Do you understand? That's two different things. There's three of us in here, right? Mind, body, spirit. There's three layers of this. We see the physical, this one, but there's three. The breath of God. Hopefully you got the spirit in your soul, and then your physical. Mind, body, and soul, okay? This is why your thoughts is going to be judged first, because technically this is your soul right here. I mean, it's a full being, but this is the heart that the Bible is talking about. The heart in the Bible is really your mind. You store up the word on your heart. Study here. It's called the heart, but it's the heart of the soul. It's here. This is what you're going to be judged on before you judged on your actions. You're going to be judged on your thoughts first. What you thought in your heart, your mind. Your intentions. This is going to be judged first. Then this, then the actions. Because you think it, speak it, do it. You think, I want a hamburger. You say, I want a hamburger. You go get a hamburger. Mind, soul, spirit. The three still. It's a real thing. Your thoughts lead you to sin. They lead you to speak the sin that you're, yep, I'm going to do it. Even if you don't say it out your mouth, but if you not, your body is going to. And then your body moves towards whatever it is. So your thoughts will be judged first. That's why he said, if you thought it, I'm going to judge you like you already did it, even when you didn't act on it. Because if you think on it enough, you will do it. Your body will follow suit and your mouth will speak yes. Or start to lie to make whatever it is come to pass, or connive or deceive or whatever it is to get whatever you want. And 9 times out of 10, it's probably sin. This is why the Bible said, think on good things. Continue to renew your mind daily. Think on things that are pure and lovely and all of that. That's why it says every day, because if you don't and you let your mind stay in those places, you're going to speak things. I'll never have anything. You speaking that into eternity. I don't want to say never unless it's something I don't want to do. And even with that, God said you can't say never because you can't see into eternity. And that's eternity. So you'll want to say ever. You'll want to say ever and not never, because you're speaking on something you don't know what's going to happen in 5 minutes. So how you going to talk about never? You can't even see what's going to happen in the next 2 minutes. So you can't speak on never. You cannot speak on never, because never is into eternity. You can't speak nothing with never, because you can't see that far. So you be speaking stuff that's above your pay grade. Never say never, because you can't see into eternity. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen 2 minutes from now. You don't. So people be spouting out all these words. Now, knowing God writing them all down. Everything you think and everything you say is being written in your book. And when you stand in front of judgment, not with your homeboys, not with your pastor, not with your mama, not with your bishop, not with your archbishop, your diocesan bishop, none of the prophets or nothing going to be able to stand there. You're going to stand in front of God, and someone is going to hand him your book, and he's going to open it. And you won't be able to lie and say, oh, God, no. It's only yay or nay, because we read it. He's going to open your chest up, close your tongue up, your mouth, and your heart here, or your mind, or whatever is going to speak. And all you can't lie to God. So it's only going to be, yes, I intended to do wrong, or yes, I intended to do right, or it's only yes or no, yay or nay. There is no in between with him, especially not on Judgment Day. And it won't be nobody there to pray or intercede for you. You're going to have to give an account for your thoughts, your actions, you. And even the people that you sin with are not going to be co-defendants. Everybody is being judged solely, individually. So be careful of allowing people to help you, help them sin, because you're going to be held accountable. Y'all going to be tried separately. Even though, like, if you help somebody cheat on their wife or husband, that goes on your record too. If you lie for them so that they can commit a sin, I hope you know you being charged with that same sin. So now not only are you being judged for what you did, but that is on there like you got some, baby, and you didn't even get your rocks off, but you getting charged like you did. So be careful who you help lie and cover up, because you just put that on your own rap sheet. The sins you do knowingly and unknowingly. Guilty by association. Come on. Oh, yeah, I cover for you. If you ain't never cheated on your wife, you just did. You help a person commit adultery, adultery goes on your record. You help a person steal, that goes on your record as well. And you didn't even get the benefit of it. Crazy? No, I'm not helping you do nothing. No, I'm not lying for you. No. Because I don't know how many I got for myself, and I can't be giving you away my grace and mercy tickets. Absolutely not. I can't afford it. That price is too high, and you didn't pay for my sin, so you can't get me out. No, I'm not helping you lie. I'm not helping you steal. I'm not helping you cheat. No, you can't call me, and no, I'm not going to lie for you. Because that go on my sheet, and I got enough of my own. No. And I don't care if you get mad. Go get somebody else to do it. Why you running your mouth about what they be doing? You just got charged with it too, boo. I ain't never cheated on my husband. See how God feels about that. Did you have someone else? Oh, well, adultery's on your record, so technically you didn't even get to have fun. But when you did, still want to help somebody go see their sneaky link? Still want to cover? Okay. Thank you so much. You can get one of these. This is one of our shirts, and I didn't beat it up. Well, it's our We Outside University shirt. We got it in maroon, and you can go to Nerd Junk, spelled with the 3, N3RD, JUNKshop.com, Nerd Junk, and grab you one. Some of we got a lot of stuff. I'm not pulling it out, but we got hoodies and everything, blankets, skull caps, shorts, all kinds of stuff. All right, let's get this going. So now we know that the angel Sariel came and told Jacob his new name was Israel, right? We back over here at 5. And we know that the 12 faces, the 24 faces on the side of Jacob's ladder are the kings and the breakdown of the times is the steps. It's the ages. So this is what I was telling y'all. The eons are broken down into 12. There's been 12 dispensations or 12 eons in the time that God has allowed us to be here. Y'all got that? And we figured out 12 hours of the day, 12 hours of the night, 12 disciples, 12 stones, 12 jurors. We went all the way through all of that. Yes, Auntie. We can reread it. We on page 409, y'all. All right. So he says, thus he said to me, you have seen a ladder with 12 steps, each step having 2 human faces, which kept changing their appearance. The ladder is this age, and the 12 steps are the periods of this age. But the 24 faces are the kings of the ungodly nations of this age. Under these kings, the children of your children and the generations of your sons will be interrogated. These will rise up against the iniquity of your grandsons, and this place will be made desolate by the 4 ascents, through the sins of your grandsons. We know he was a giant. And we know Nimrod and them and all of them, they came out of the first people. Okay? We know this. Right? Okay? Y'all with me still? Okay. And around the property of your forefathers, a palace will be built, a temple in the name of your God and the God of your fathers. And in the provocations of your children, it will become deserted by the 4 ascents of this age. For you saw the first 4 busts which were striking against the steps, angels ascending and descending, and the bust amid the steps. The Most High will raise up kings from the grandsons of your brother Esau, and they will receive all the nobles of the tribes of the earth who will have maltreated your seed. Oh. And they will be delivered into his hands, and he will be vexed by them. And he will hold them by force and rule over them. And they will not be able to oppose him until the day when his thought will go out against them to serve idols and to offer sacrifices of the dead. He will do violence to all those in his kingdom who will be revealed in such guilt, both to the highest man from your tribe, and a whole long name that I cannot mention or pronounce. Something. Know, Jacob, that your descendants, I've written that down too and looked it up, but I'm not going to do it right now. Know, Jacob, that your descendants shall be exiles in a strange land, and they will afflict them with slavery and inflict wounds on them every day. Sounds real familiar. Hmm. 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 Did you hear it? Because I heard it. I just was to go ponder on it for a minute. Okay. All right. And when the king arises, judgment too will come upon that place. Then your seed Israel will go out of slavery to the nations who hold them by force. We were slaves everywhere on every continent. Moving on. And they will be free from any rebuke of your enemies, for this king is the head of all revenge and retaliation against those who have done evil to you, Israel, and the end of the age. For bitter ones will arise, and they will cry out, and the Lord will hear them and accept their plea. And the mighty one will repent because of their sufferings. For the angels and the archangels will hurl their bolts of lightning before them for the sake of the salvation of your tribe. Ain't it been some crazy lightning storms happening right now around the world? War of the Worlds, it was like lightning bolts everywhere, wasn't it? Or no? It was lightning bolts hurling down to the ground, and then they was coming up out the ground fighting and stuff. Oh, okay. I was just wondering. All right. Okay. Okay. And you will gain the mercy of the Most High. Then their wives will bear many children, and afterward the Lord will fight for your tribe through great and terrible signs against those who made them slaves. He filled their storehouses, and they will be found empty. Their land swarm with reptiles and all sorts of deadly things. There will be earthquakes and much destruction. And the Lord will pour out his wrath against Leviathan the sea dragon, and he will kill the lawless falcon with the sword, because he will raise the wrath of God, of the God of gods, by his pride. And then your justice will be revealed, Jacob, and that of your children who are to be after you, and who will walk in your justice. And then your seed will sound the horn, and all the kingdom of Edom will perish together with all the peoples of Moab. The Edomites. Okay. And as for the angels you saw descending and ascending the ladder, in the last years there will be a man from the Most High, and he will desire to join the upper things with the lower. And before his coming, your sons and daughters will tell you about him, and your young men will have visions about him. Such will be the signs at the time of his coming. A tree cut with an axe will bleed. A tree cut with an axe will bleed. 3-month-old babes will speak understanding. On TikTok and YouTube right now, they got 3-month-old babies, 6-week-old babies that's saying words right now. They call them COVID children. I'm going to read that again. Did y'all hear that? Y'all want to know why they took this out the Bible? We would know. We would not be so tickled by these 3-month-old babies talking. If this would have been in the KJV like it used to, because we've been thinking it's great with the COVID babies and don't even know it mean we at the end. Oh, you mean when the mark of the beast came out and they telling us we ain't gonna be able to get in the store without a mark? You mean when we in a cashless society like the last days? You mean what? You mean right now we just looked up the tree that bleeds and we found out the name of it just in this last week? The something bark tree? What is this book? It's these books, the rest of your Bible. Was there a tree bleeding in Game of Thrones? I can't remember. Screenshot, please. And you can go find this on Amazon. You're welcome. Or go up in my Amazon link and it's there. $54.99 plus tax. It'd be so good. Okay. Let's read that again. It says, and before his coming, your sons and daughters will tell about him, and your young men will have visions about him. Such will be the signs at the time of his coming. A tree cut with an axe will bleed. 3-month-old babes will speak understanding. A baby in the womb of his mother will speak of his way, and youth will be like an old man. And then the expected one will come whose past will not be noticed by anyone. Then the earth will be glorified, receiving heavenly glory. What was above will be below also, and from your seed will bloom a root of kings. It will emerge and overthrow the power of evil, and he himself will be the savior for every land and the rest of those who toil, and a cloud shading the whole world from the burning heat. The one y'all say don't exist, the clear bubble around us that keeps us from burning up. That the scientists folks keep saying the scientists is lying about it. Because what keeps us from burning? What is it called? What have we been taught that the bubble around the earth is called? The ozone layer. The ozone. So while y'all talking about it don't exist, the show say that that's the cloud that's keeping us from burning up right now. Here we go. And he himself will be the savior for every land and rest for those who toil, and a cloud shading the whole world from the burning heat. From otherwise the uncontrolled will not be otherwise the uncontrolled will not be controlled. So that is keeping the rulers of darkness away from us. There's a barrier. Like a thin layer between worlds. That's what you mean, like a thin layer between worlds. Okay. All right. If he does not come, the lower things cannot be joined with the upper. At his coming, the idols of brass, stone, and any sort of carving will give voice for 3 days. They will give wise men news of him and let them know that what will be on earth. And by a star, those who wish to see on earth him whom the angels do not see above will find the way to him. Then the Almighty will be on earth in body and embraced by incorporeal arm or by corporeal arms. He will restore human matter. This sounds like when the God is coming and it says that we all gonna be resurrected in the body that we died in, the body that we sinned in, the body that we cursed God in. Mm-mm. All right. It says, and he will revive Eve who died by the fruit of the tree. Then the deceit of the impious will be exposed, and all the idols will fall face down. For they will be put to shame by a dignitary. For because they were lying by means of hallucinations, henceforth they will not be able to rule or to prophesy. Honor will be taken from them, and they will remain without glory. For he who comes will take power and might and will give Abraham truth with the truth which he previously told him. Everything sharp he will make dull, and the rough will be smooth. And he will cast all the um, iniquitous, into the depths of the sea. He will work wonders in heaven and on earth, and he will be wounded in the midst of his beloved house. And when he is wounded, then salvation will be ready, and the end to all perdition. For those who have wounded him themselves will receive a wound, which will not be cured in them forever. And all creation will bow to him who was wounded, and many will trust in him. And he will become known everywhere in all lands, and those who acknowledge his name will not be ashamed. His dominion, his own dominion, and his years will be unending forever. Who knew that the letter of Jacob had so much amazing stuff in it? Whoa. They, the ATF and the DEA, is raiding places around Indiana today. What the? Be careful, my folks. They out there. I told y'all the peoples is coming. Now, ain't that crazy? They said that the military and stuff was out for training, and now the ATF. I just got that email. Let's see what's going on there. What? ATF and DEA raiding multiple locations around Indy. The ATF and the DEA is raiding multiple locations around Indy right now. Let the folks know that the folks is out. It just came across my thing. It's on the news. Woo! Look at I be parts where I want to see what's coming on. Mm-mm-mm. What they looking for? They better be listen. Yeah. So what did y'all think about the we off, but it was 407 book two. 406, 407, 408 or something. 407, 408, 409. Yeah, thank you. 47 407 14. Thank you. Our storehouses are fields. But Taji going to look it up, baby. It just came across. It just came across again. reading these books, the book of Adam and Eve, the book of Enoch, Ezra, they get real, real scary. The apocalypse of Elijah, the 12 patriarchs, the brothers of Joseph, understanding, like, does this not make everything just that much better when you read this stuff? To my newbies, if you wonder what's in these books, these are all the books that are in here. The ATF and DEA is right in Indiana right now, Indianapolis. So if you knew, screenshot this real quick so you can see all the books that are in volume 1 and volume 2. Your Bible do not have this many books. I mean, it don't have, these people are all mentioned, but they not in them. The 4th book of Ezra, Greek Apocalypse, Questions of Ezra. So if you want to understand the life of Adam and Eve, the testament of Adam, we just hear that Adam and Eve died. I mean, they was born, they was created, they messed up, they had kids, they lived. Like, it don't even tell you the rest of their kids' names, but you can go read that in the Jubilees and in Jasher and a couple other books, right? Where is my KJV or NIV or whatever this is? You go to chapter 4, I believe. No, 5. Okay, if you go to chapter 5 in Genesis, right? This all it say about Adam and Eve right here. It says, this is written on the account of Adam's line. When God created man, he made him in the likeness of God. He created them, male and female, and blessed them, right? It says, and when they were created, he called them man. When Adam had lived 130 years, he had a son in his own likeness, in his own image, and he named him Seth. After Seth was born, Adam lived 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Although altogether Adam lived 930 years and then he died. Who knew that it said that right there, that he had other sons and daughters? Because all we ever hear about is his 3 sons. But right in Genesis, right there, it says, where is it? Hold on. Right there. After Seth was born, Adam lived 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Right in Genesis chapter 5. Okay? Don't tell the story, Vicky Ann, please, for the people that can go read it themselves. Don't give away the secrets. Because when we have newbies, then you cheat them out of getting the same excitement. That's why we just told them where to go read it. Don't tell the story, please. Thank you. You knew about the other, because they claimed the sister married. That's exactly how it worked. They married the brothers and sisters that were born either after them or before them. Okay? So your Bible don't talk about the others. It do, but it don't. It don't list the daughters' names, because if you know after the 7th generation what happened there. Okay? So you can tell me you read this 100 times, but did you study it? I'm new and I'm excited of what you have read already. Good job. Do you see how that works? There is no way this is all. And this is your 66 right here. Genesis to Revelations. This is not all. This is not all, I promise you. It's not it. If it ain't in the 66, I ain't reading it. Well, you the one gonna miss out on your relationship with God. We ain't mad, we getting ours. We ain't mad at all. Look at this. Let me show you something. You see that? That's Joshua chapter 10. You see it's talking about the sun standing still. Right there, y'all know this. Right? Y'all see it? In the book of Jasher, as it is written in the book of Jasher. That's right there. And look at that. It is written in the book of Jasher. This is Joshua chapter 10, verse 13. And it tells you it's the book of Jasher right there. Who was like fighting against the giants? The Amorite kings, because we know the Amorite kings was giants. We know this. But if I go to the table of contents, the book of Jasher is not in here. Nowhere. The Apocrypha isn't in here. But right in the first couple of chapters of the Bible, it tell you, oh, it's some other books. And if you want to know what happened, you got to go read the book of Jasher. So will you have an excuse to say, oh, God, I didn't know? No, because you didn't go looking either. He said, seeking you shall find. Get looking and it'll pop up. So to the pastors that's telling you not to read out of the 66 books, and it's a book that's referenced right here, and you can go read it and know what happened in the story. He's referenced in Joshua 10, 2 Samuel, and 2 Timothy. The Bible tells you Jasher is a book to know what happened when the sun went down, and here go the book right here, but they'll tell you not to read, but it says it's a book of Jasher in your KJV right there. So you still gonna keep listening to them telling you don't read it? When God said, my people perish, my people, not the world's people, the saints, the Christians, the Israelites, the whatever you call yourself, they perish, die an untimely, violent death because they don't have enough information. And it says that your pastors refuse to learn. Don't believe me? Go read it in Hosea 6. Hosea 4. The whole chapter is talking about the pastors and how they refuse the knowledge. So God has refused them as his preachers, as his priests. Hosea 4 and 6 talks about it. And read it in the easy read. The NIV so you can see right there where it say, I rejected them. They ain't my pastors because they ain't even looking for the information. They making up their own stuff. Let's read it. ERV, y'all. Y'all know we gotta bust this because people be like, she's speaking against the church. No, I'm only saying what my daddy said. Go to Hosea 4 and 6. Preferably in the ERV, because it read like we talk. Bible Gateway. And then I'm gonna get off. And in fact, I'm gonna run to the bathroom, then we can read it. And we gonna go over this as many times because it'd be hard for people to really receive the stuff I be saying. But now you understand why I do. Because once I learned that the pastors rejected it, and the pastors is the main people telling you, and the ministers don't read it. Don't read that. Don't read. We don't read that. I'm gonna just bust this out. So Where we don't use the word priest really now, we use pastor, bishop. I mean, some people go to their priest, Catholic folks, but for the most part, if you go to like a whatever, it's your pastor, right? Your reverend, okay? And this is to the people of Israel at that time, or we gonna call them the church people now. That's what we gonna say. So I'm a substitute Israel or whatever for church folks and priests for pastors. And so y'all can see bishops or whatever. It says, hear the word of the Lord, you church people, because the Lord has a charge. Oh, wait a minute. This ain't it. This is New International Version. Wait a minute. Come on now. Okay, here we go. People of Israel, so church people, listen to the Lord's message. The Lord has something to say against those who live in this land. The people in this land are not honest or loyal. They don't really know God. They are always cursing, lying, killing, stealing, and committing adultery. They murder one person after another. So the country is like someone crying for the dead, and all of its people are weak. Even the animals of the field, the birds of the sky, the fish of the sea are dying. No one should argue or blame another person. Pastors, my argument is with you. You pastors will fall in the daytime, and at the night the prophet will also fall with you, and I will also destroy your mother. My people, the church people are destroyed because they have no knowledge. You pastors have refused to learn, so I will refuse to let you be pastors for me. You have forgotten the law of your God, so I will forget your children. They became proud, they sinned more and more against me, so I will change their honor to shame. The pastors fed on the people's sins. They wanted more and more of their sin offerings. So the pastors are no different from the people. I will punish them for the things they did. I will pay them back for the wrong things they did. They will eat, but they will not be satisfied. They will commit sexual sins, but they will not have babies. This is because they left the Lord and became like prostitutes. Pastors don't preach if they're not getting paid, and hoes don't perform unless they getting some change. Sexual sin, strong drink, and new wine ruin a person's ability to think straight. My people, the church people, are asking pieces of wood for advice. Buddhas, shrines. They think those sticks will answer them. They have chased after those false gods like prostitutes and have left their own God. They make sacrifices on the tops of mountains and burn incense on the hills under oak trees, poplar trees, and elm trees. The shade under those trees look nice. So your daughters lie under those trees like prostitutes, and your daughters-in-laws commit sexual sins. I cannot blame your daughters or your daughter-in-laws for doing this because your men go and have sex with the temple prostitutes. Ooh. The church hoes. The church hoes. Hosea 4 and 6 in your Bible. Hosea, the 4th chapter. This is biblical. Look. There you go. Hosea 4 and 6. Your Bible. This is where that reading is. Mm-hmm. Did you know? Pulpit pimping, honey. You said it. Okay. Hold on. It says, because your men go and have sex with the temple prostitutes and offer sacrifices with them, this is how foolish people destroy themselves. Israel, just because you act like a prostitute doesn't mean that Judah should feel guilty too. People, don't go to Gilgal or Beth Aven. Don't use the Lord's name to make promises. Don't say, as the Lord lives. The Lord has given many things to Israel or the church. He is like a shepherd who takes his sheep to a large field with plenty of grass. But the church is stubborn like a young cow that runs away again and again. Ephraim has joined his idols, so leave him alone. Ephraim has joined their drunkenness. Let them continue to be prostitutes. Let them be with their lovers. They went to those gods for safety, and they have lost their ability to think. Their altars will bring them to shame. Isaiah 4 and 6. And it's the pastors that be telling you don't read. It's the pastors that be telling you don't go looking for God. It's the pastors that telling you you don't need nothing else but the 66. And right here it says God has rejected them because they will not learn more about me. They will not get more light. It is more to the Bible than what you just see right here, but they won't go get it. Right in Hosea. And you just seen that in Joshua it references Jasher, and there's other books that mention the book of Enoch, and the man's name on this, the forest in the New Testament. If you go read that, you find Paul and Thecla, another story that's absolutely amazing. But because they don't teach us to study, they just teach us to read. I'm about to study Hosea. Didn't know it was this good. Oh yes, all of it is. Even listen. Okay, the most boring part of the Bible. Listen, I'm about to peel this whole thing off. The most boring part of the Bible we thought was when God was listing who begat, 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 begat. That's the most interesting part, because then you know where the giants came from. Then you can study the migration of the peoples out of Africa and where they went. Like, it's actually very interesting. But you got to look at the other names. Then you got to go to the Persian and the Hindu or whatever and find out the other names of what they was called. And you see some amazing things, because these people was living like 900 years at that time. 700, 800. You can do a lot of stuff in 700 years. So if the Bible is boring to you, you ain't looking at it right. Because baby, it's so juicy in there, honey. Mamas be selling their daughters and making, if they be, it's some whole Kris Jenners in there. Dance for your stepfather. He gonna give you half of the kingdom, and then you tell him that you want Kanye's mind. Oh. When you get with a witch, your mind don't be right. And every man that done went in them women that lost their mind. It ain't a woman that went in none of them that haven't. Could they be succubi? They do blood rituals on TV. She getting drug blown from her and dropped on her face and in her food. Oh, okay. You taking hair and channeling the spirit of Marilyn Monroe, the spirit of seduction. Oh. Many powerful men that wanted Marilyn Monroe, wasn't it? She dated presidents' sons and famous people, and they wasn't right after her either. All you gotta do is mind your business, but you messing with the dead people, that part. But are they really dead, seeing as how most of them, okay. I wonder how she got it right. I wonder where it was at to where they just gave it to you. It's in hard than Enoch and Jasher mentioned that you what? Yeah, it's a lot more. That's why you gotta read and look up the names. When you go and you actually look up the names that you're reading in the Bible and the places, these books pop up. How y'all think I found them? I mean, of course, God led me to him, but he led me to Onesiphorus, that led me to Paul and Thecla. He made that Jasher stand out so big I couldn't, and I was calling all the pastors like, where is this book at? Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Your life gonna change. If you've ever wanted to, if you like reading the Bible, but it just don't make no sense because you feel like there's a whole bunch missing, it is. Right? Good morning. Isn't this interesting though? What y'all think? For my newbies, for my people that ain't been here long, and for my, WOU, I already know y'all know what it is, but we still learn something new every day. You see what I'm saying? You still gonna learn. You learn about the miscegenation in Jasher. You learn about the first birth control, that the men abhorred women. They were disgusted by women that looked like they had babies, so they made them drink a drink before they ever got pregnant. Birth control that rendered them barren, so their bodies stayed beautiful. Mommy makeovers now. Nothing has changed. The mixing of the animals, how we see them incubating human ears on different animals, rats and stuff. Oh, that started in Jasher, in the 7th generation from Adam. And you can read about it. When they start mixing the species, human with animal, human with dog, human with bird, human with whatever they could come up with, is how we got these lovely people. Where they at? Where is my book? Down here somewhere. Now look at that. The Academy of Science, 1869. Y'all see that, right? The Academy of Science, 1869. You see this? 1869. And this is why we study these. Because this is what was created in the 7th generation from Adam, in the days of Jared, when the angels descended and decided that they wanted to make their own races, and they wanted to lay with the women and the animals, the watchers that are mentioned in Enoch 6. And it lists that really detailed, like you done did an autopsy on one or something. Phalanges, it tells you all the muscle structure. Oh. Ain't this the girl that's on our where can you get this book from? Amazon, is called The Resurrectionist. Screenshot that. Hey, Miss Messiah. We peeling it back. All the way to the white meat. KFC. Ain't this what Lilith look like on there right now? This look like Lilith on KFC stuff right now. And oh boy, what's his name? He did a video where this is on there. What was they talking about? What's his name? CJ told us about it a couple years ago. Lil Nas or somebody. The cow people that y'all be seeing, and they said they had on masks. They didn't. Is it Little Baby? Okay, Little Baby. I knew it was one of them. There go yo. The elephant people. Jasher talks about God turning men into elephant men and 8 men, don't it? The men at the Tower of Babel, 1/3 of the men got turned into 8 men and elephant men. And then if we go and study ancient literature, especially in the Hindu, which is around the area where they were going to build the Tower of Babel, they got 8 people. elephant people there. Don't believe me? Let's look. Don't believe me? Just Hindu religious book. Just so you know. Well, there go the elephant, folks. You see it? Now, hold on a second. Let us see what we can find here. See what we can find. See. Where are you? Let's look at the pictures. Hold on. Hi. Hello. See how many arms he had too? See that? There's the bird person. Let's find the elephant person. They keep showing us the bird people. Oh. It's in one of these. Heck. I'm probably just looking over it. But y'all know what's in here. We didn't show it before. Where is the elephant dude? They got the bird people. They got everybody. Well, anyway, y'all know what's in here somewhere on one of these pages. And now y'all see why a lot of them worship the cows and stuff too. It's in here somewhere. I don't know which picture we gonna get on moving, but y'all know that that's the, we call it the, I can't never, I just call it the Jita because I don't know how to say it correctly. But yeah, so these are the people. And you can read about in Jasher that some of the men that built the Tower of Babel, God turned them into elephant men and ape men. Planet of the Apes. How they were smarter than us because they used to be giants. God turned them into ape men and elephant men. These are the chimeras they made, which is the miscegenation, which is the mixing of species into one body. A goat, a leopard, or a lion, and a snake being with a good. Okay. Pegasus. There go your dragons. Let's get a harpy going here. Oh, let's not forget these guys. They showed who got a lot of information on something that never existed. They tell me the muscular structure, everything. That's crazy. How you do that? How you do that? If you never seen it before. How can you tell me their reproductive organs if you've never seen it before? How can you tell me what their embryo looks like if you've never seen it before? Really? Testes, kidney, on the other side, the ovaries. Really? And the embryos from that. How in the world can you tell me about that if you've never seen it? Make it make sense. So then when I go over here to Enoch, the first chapter, or the first book, I'm sorry, in the 7th chapter, right here, again, I do this all the time so my newbies can see. Y'all know this. This is Enoch 1. And see right there where it says 7th chapter, and they took wives unto themselves, and everyone respectively chose one. Okay, I'm just going to read it because it's hard to show both of y'all at the same time. And they took wives unto themselves, and everyone respectively chose one for himself, and they began to go into them. These are the fallen angels. And they taught them magical medicine, incantations, the cutting of roots, and taught them about plants. And the women became pregnant and gave birth to the great giants, whose heights were 300 cubits, which is 450 feet tall. These giants consumed the produce of all the people, which started a lot of the famines that were listed in the beginning of the Bible. These giants consumed the produce of all the people until the people detested feeding them. So the giants turned against the people in order to eat them. And they began to sin against birds, wild beasts, reptiles, and fish. That is when they started to go into them and make all of the beings that we saw in ancient Egypt, Persia, the bird gods, the alligator gods, the lion-headed goddesses. That's where that started, right there. See? Where it says the giants turned against them, and they began to sin against birds, wild beasts, reptiles. There go y'all reptilian folks. There go your mermaid people. There go your pans and all of that. And then there go y'all harpies right there. And they started to drink blood as well. Vampires. And then I can go get this lovely book that we see all the time and know that that's about right. Because the evil devils and evil spirits of Babylonia, and guess what they were? They are kindred evil spirits, and the reason that they are because their mothers, most of them were human. And then after they had their first run through, their fathers were human, and their mothers were beings of other. So that's how they are kindred evil spirits which attack mankind, because their mothers, the originals, their mothers were human. And then they went into the animals. And if you don't believe it, by looking here, okay, let's go over here to the Dead Sea Scrolls and go to the Book of the Giants and Astronomical Enoch in the Book of the Giants here, right? And you'll see right on this side. Can I turn this? I'm going to do it like this. So you see this right here? Where it says the 200 angels choose animals, including presumably humans, on which to perform unnatural acts. And the outcome of the corruption was violence, perversion, and a brood of monstrous beings. They reference Genesis 6 and 4 in the Book of the Watchers from Enoch. These same monsters go to Enoch when they have a dream about the flood. See right here? The giants begin to be troubled by a series of dreams and visions. Mayway, the Titan, son of the angel Baraquiel. Now you're going to see this name at the beginning of Genesis. Because when God sent them down to heaven, from heaven and disowned them, he took the EL off their name. There's a dude named Barak in the beginning of the Bible. I believe it's after the 7th generation or somewhere around there. And I think his sons end up becoming kings too. So it will make sense. But you see that? It says, Barachiel reports the first of these dreams to his fellow giants. He sees a tablet being immersed in water. When it emerges, all but 3 names have been washed away. The dream may symbolize the destruction of all but Noah and his sons by the flood, because we know that the flood came because of the giants, the fallen angels and their children. So if you go here, right here, y'all, it says, more dreams afflict the giants. The details of the vision are obscure, but it bodes ill for the giants. The dreamers speak first to the monsters and then to the giants. Ohio is mentioned in the book. And y'all see Gilgamesh up there? The speaker may be Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh. Really? You mean this dude? You mean this Gilgamesh? that was living at the time when they was living with the wings and the bird people. Oh, who had human feet but bird faces and watches like I got over here. You mean these people that had the watches like this right here? Because this is one of their watches. This is what it looked like. If you go look at all their stuff, they had their little watches on. And it's because they were seafaring people. Oh, one of these with a sundial on it, and we knew they understood the magnetism of the earth, and they had their compasses on them. You mean back in ancient Mesopotamia, this was their watch? Ain't that crazy? He got on one too. See it? Don't they look like the numbers on there? The notches. He got on one too. You see it? Amazon. Mm-hmm. Got the sundial so that they knew what time it was. See it? Tells the degrees and east, west, north, south, and the like. So they had watches too. Nothing new under the sun. Mm-hmm. Gotta look and see and don't just listen. Yeah. Isn't it, Naisha? I absolutely love it. And see, it go along with all this stuff, my sexting and stuff. I still ain't figured out how to use it. But thank you for my present because I wanted one and then I thought I wanted one and it showed up the same day. Y'all had already sent it before I could ask. So we got all kind of cool little gifts here and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got some stuff around here. You see it? Flip the different. It's cool. We have that. Mm-hmm. And then we got our monocular over here. Right? That's cool. And it works. It has the we got genie lamps and Tibetan prayer wheels and we got all kind of stuff in this room. This our classroom too. You see it? Ain't this beautiful? We got all kind of stuff in here. Quill pens and great stuff. No, I don't got no genie. No, I wouldn't. I don't got no genie now. Do I have a team? It's a Tibetan prayer wheel. Make your toes wiggle. You know it make my toes wiggle too, Naisha. It make my toes wiggle too. See, folks be trying to be worried about stuff. We be trying to find out around here. We got all kinds of stuff. We do. We do. We got some cool stuff like this. Celtic Greek coins with a Poseidon sting on it. That's on all y'all hospitals right now. It's a witch symbol. Y'all didn't know that. But all of y'all Ascension stuff or whatever that company is, all the hospitals got that now. Ain't that funny? That symbol is in on all your hospitals, and it's not good. It's on Charmed, remember? The witches. And I told y'all the witches, pharmacy means incantation, spell, witchcraft, or poison. That's what the word pharmacy means. If you look up the definition, Pharmakia, and the people that send you to the pharmacy to get a spell, incantation, or witchcraft or poison have this on their hospital. Oh. That's crazy. And what do witches want from you? Organs and liquid. The blood of a newt and the eye of a frog and the skin of the back of a rare beast and the liver of a cow and a sliver of the gall and a, you mean like what they take from you at the hospital? Oh no, it couldn't be the same kind of witches. Maybe it's a different kind because they wear white coats and the other ones wear black hoods and stuff. And all the medicine that they give you is named after demons. Spooky, isn't it? So the word pharmacy means witchcraft, incantation, or spell. Then I go get the medicine that has RHYX or RX or recipe in front of it. But all of the medicine that I look up comes back to some type of demon that causes harm, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Really? You can email me. I don't talk to people personally, but if you can email me. Go to CERCATROVA22.com and look for the emails down at the bottom, and you can email me. I have several, but I don't want to have to keep repeating them. CERCATROVA22. So I'm about to go eat. We done been on here 160 minutes. So school is over for the day. We gonna do something else. Okay. There is no kind, Nadine. Just get some. Oh, you're welcome. I love y'all. So hopefully my newbies, y'all learned something. Hopefully lurking on the outside, become a member. Welcome. I am CERCA TROVA, your dean to WOIU, which is We Outside International University. This is the School of Wisdom and Knowledge. You are welcome to come back and study with us whenever you're ready. CERCA TROVA means seeking you shall find. 22, spiritual life. So if you feel like the Bible just opened up to you, that's because words have meaning. So if you feel like you just seen a whole light and something was opened up and you've been blind before now, CERCA TROVA means seeking you shall find. That's what it means. And 22, spiritual light. So seeking you shall find, spiritual light is what that means. And hopefully you found it when you came over here. Right there. Oh, thank you, Mr. Phillip. I hope you do. And for those of you that don't know, we have YouTube. We record every day. We have over 500 videos under our YouTube live at CERCA TROVA 22 on YouTube, where we go through all of this stuff. We be all over the place on the internet. We study science. We study everything. So if you want to stay around, you're more than welcome. You can go get these books, the Old Testament Pseudepigrapha, which are our two main books that we use for study. We use others, but this is like our school book. On Amazon, they've been on sale for a year and a half since we went viral last year. And they still on sale right now. Go on and get them. Go on and get them. So there you go. And that has the book of Adam and Eve, the apocalypse of Adam and Eve. You can read the Jubilees and find out what brother married who and what land and what people they started and the migrations from Adam and Eve that KJV don't tell you. If you want to know. Now, if you want to stay in the 66 and be like the folks in Hosea, then do what you're going to do. We ain't forcing you to do nothing. We're not forcing nobody to do nothing. It's on you. So, I love y'all. I'll be back later. I don't know what time later because y'all know I'm going to eat. Probably take me a nap. I got to call my kids, call my family, do my daily runs and whatnot. So, oh, pretty cool. Okay. Come back, y'all. But we got classes, so my nieces had their gallbladder removed 2 weeks apart. Suspicious. Yes, it is. Because if you read in Tobit, Remember, he had to get the gall of a fish and grind it up and put it on old boy's eyes. Raphael told him go get the gall to take back to his daddy, and the scales came off and he could see the gall of a fish. And then they always on our gallbladder. He had to like crunch it up and then like burn it or something. You remember? The first thing they ask you for when you go to the hospital is your organs. Well, liquid and then organs, and they always take so much blood. What do you do with it? My mama worked in the lab. They only be needing a drop on that petri dish, and they can multiply it. So why do you have to take 7 vials? And where do they go? Because you only need this much blood. Have you seen Blade? Who was coming to pick up the blood? The extra vials. All day. Don't worry about it. Don't force it. It'll come. When they going to pick up the extra vials of blood from the hospitals, the vampires, they had an agreement. And then we always see some type of Catholic or Presbyterian folks running around in there with them. They all be in agreement. CERCA TROVA 22. If you type in CERCA or Trova on YouTube, it's going to come up. Yep. So, have a good day, y'all. I'll talk to y'all in a little bit.